Good morning and welcome to another Fly With Me video. My name is Cody, or Lufthansa 145, and we're back in the CRJ. I thought I'd do something a little different for this flight, so unfortunately at the time I was, so we're going to pause for myself for a second. At the time I recorded this, there was a lot of noise and things going on around me, and I wanted to capture the landing, but I just didn't have the ability to record myself. So we're doing this slightly different in this video, in that I'm watching the playback of the editing screen, and we'll just give our commentary as we go down. So let's get started. So we're in the flight deck right now of Alpha Charlie November CRJ, and we're on the descent right now. We're headed into LIML, and as you can see at this particular second, I am just following the direct to page on the FMC to figure out that I should be about 1900 feet per minute down, and I'm just entering the pattern at this second for I think it was a runway 30 arrival. Weather was pretty good on this day. Airplane flew reasonably well. So yeah, we're just setting the airplane up and having a look at all the things for landing. So we just put on the landing spoilers, or landing thrust reversers rather. We have no flaps out at this second, and just starting to check our lights. Make sure that all of our switches and everything are all set up right, everything's good to go. So, sending through a little bit of clouds, mountainous Italy backdrop in the background there. And yeah, we're just trying to maintain about 1700 on the downward glide. Making that turn into the pattern. Increasing my rate of descent, because at this second we were about 1.8, and now I have to go down to, it's saying about 3,000 feet per second, which is pretty drastic. So I don't think the FMC was fully honest with me. You get all these averages on what it thinks you should be doing. Like you get like 3, 1, maybe even a minus 15 to minus 4, and you guys kind of average out in your brain, kind of like between all of them, roughly where you should be, just to hit all the waypoints at the right altitude. So through 18 now, I'm seeing that I should be going 3,500 down, but then the next one's saying 18, so I would have split the difference in my head, and we set about, well, I'm now setting 3, but should have set maybe like 2.5 or something along those lines. We're getting flash right now, so I should be setting the barrel pressure soon. So it was a really nice day for winds. QNH was 1014, so I'm just clicking the button in and setting 1014 on the captain's side. Going to standby. Set to 1014, and first officer side. Still watching that rate of descent. This airplane is very interesting. Like, you really got to manage. Excuse yourself. You really have to manage almost everything. I feel like this was a good primer aircraft for myself before I decided to take on the Dash 8, because like the FMCs are basic. The autopilot is the most important thing that I think I'm going to get out of this one as far as the lesson's concerned, because the autopilot in the Dash 8 is definitely something different that I've never encountered before, so I'm looking forward to attempting that one day. So through 14 now, we have seatbelt signs so that everyone will sit down. Outside shot, you see the airport right off of our engine there to the left-hand side of the airplane. Just a single engine strip. Or single runway strip rather. And into the downwind. We're starting to indicate speed back because we're going to hit 10,000. We want to make sure that we're below 250, and I'm managing the aircraft's speed right now using the throttle, so the rate of descent the airplane will just keep doing, and it'll adjust power for different speed settings. So you see I have actually idled the engines, and the airplane is slowing down. We're through, what were we through? We're going through about 280 right now, so this is very different, trying to remember all the things that happened and kind of say it aloud whilst not actually being there during the time of record. Lord, so 10.5 now. I don't think I slowed down in time to get below 10 to, I probably got a speed error on, or speed trap on this one in the ACAR software, but that's okay. I can hear the clicks now and me going, oh crap, I'm not going to make that 250, and then I started yanking on the speed brake. The other thing I did here too, now that I think about it, is I was late getting the landing lights on. In fact, I was so focused on the speed, I forgot about them. This is why cockpits in the real world have two pilots. So, UMPDAB, we were supposed to be at minus 5,000 feet. In order to make that, we obviously didn't. And I think what happens here is in most airplanes, they usually calculate the slowdown, so that's why all the waypoints afterwards are like, yeah, you can be descending at 100 feet per minute rather than a crap ton. So we're just maintaining that 1.4 right now, and then slowing the airplane down. We just finally got below that 250. And checking the systems, making sure that everything is set and ready to go. We're just passing through 6,000 now. Not in this terrain. Left-hand turn. This nice outside shot of the wing and the engine cowling. So make this left turn. See, everyone does their field slightly differently here. Yeah. Some of them are nice and green and luscious, others not doing so well. I guess they don't have all the irrigation set up that it should be. We're just turning base leg now. I'm just remembering, I was like, oh crap, I should probably turn on the lights. Bad. And still watching the Direct2 page scene right now. I don't need a very high rate of descent whatsoever to make all the next points, so I think we're going to level out soon and then pick up the ILS and let the glide path take us all the way in. Turns coming up soon. If I remember correctly, there might have been an issue with the ILS on this particular approach. I might have had to hand fly it all the way in, but this airplane is really nice to hand fly. It does handle very well. Like the fight or float everywhere and go every which way. Just a nice flying airplane. So I'm going to apologize in advance because when I did pre-screen this on the landing, the audio does get a little bit distorted. I've been having capture card fun that I just realized a volume setting had got cranked all the way up, so I've since adjusted that. The future records will be a lot better for this. So rounding out now, still waiting for the ILS. Yeah, I remember, he does not capture on this flight, and I was like, alright, well, I guess we'll just take this thing in ourselves. So we're at -8 right now, still following the flight computer for guidance as to how fast I should be descending. And the speed's starting to creep up a little bit right now. No visual on the airport yet. So Milan, variable 2 knots, calv okay, it was 15 degrees, QNH was 1014, there's no significant weather as you can see. So I'm just double checking my landing speeds to make sure they're set, and the VREF of 141. So we'll make sure that we're going to try and do 146 over the threshold, but of course it was me, probably wasn't 146. Just double checking the systems now. Increase or decreasing my rate of descent for now at 700 feet per minute. So we should be right on the profile for the runway. Dialing my speed back, even though again it's controlled by the throttle, but you always want to match your flight computer with what you're trying to do, so that way the airplane knows what we're trying to accomplish. Should be kicking out some flap here in a second. Flight attendant in the background saying sit down. 1,000 to go. So that's me trying to pick up the ILS, and it still hasn't popped on. So yeah, we had a no capture on this flight. Thankfully, it was a beautiful day, so we were able to just see the runway, aim for it, and come in and land. So off in the distance, you can see the runway lights, the Pappies as it was. Yep, I'm noticing right now, I was like, okay, well, we're not going to get this, so just double checking. I was looking at the frequencies that were set, figured, forget about it, we're not going to get this in time, so I was like, son of a bitch, and let's land this thing. Flaps 8, and that would be, I think it's flaps 20 after 8. Oh no, sorry, that was flaps 8, and then we armed the speed brake. Bless you, first officer. Now the airplane's pitching upwards. I was trying to pitch downwards. Then I was like, you know what, I'm not going to fight this computer, let's just drop the gear. Lovely outside shot of the gear. The Milan countryside out there. I'm way off course, of course, because it's just Navi's trying to get me in right now. Another notch of flaps, now we're up to 20. Autopilot disengage, line ourselves actually up for the runway. Thankfully the Pappies are in my favor. Oh yeah. Of course the elevator trim starts fighting me. Par for the course. We're descending a little fast right now, so that keep that nose up. Oh, Cody, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, I remember. We get really low on this one. This one was like failure landing. Though I get it on the ground, I probably took out everyone's trees on the way in. We're not in line. Come on, line it up. And you're low. Get some power on. Get that nose back up.
500.
Low. Oh, this poor guy's freaking house right here up the freaking threshold.
400.
I hope he has like a tall pole. Hold it up in his backyard. Oh, Cody, what are you doing? Get that nose up.
2 minimums.
Yeah, at least my speed right now is where it should be.
Minimums.
And now the speed's slow because I'm trying to hold the nose up. It's gonna say minimums a bunch of times because it's like, what are you doing, bruh? Yep.
Minimums.
Yeah,
100.
a bad landing is about to happen here, everybody. Not in the center.
Minimums. 50. 40.
Low as hell.
30. 20. 10.
Oh, 193, but that was not a good approach, so it was 193 on numbers. Approach-wise, I was maybe about a 60, maybe even 50%. It's a failing grade. This is where the ear rape came. I'm really sorry. I know it's been fixed. The problem when you record yourself is that you can't preview the audio at the same time, unfortunately. So I come to the editing stage right now, and I was like, huh, this is loud. We got the right-hand shot there where we saw the spoilers deployed. There's me clicking all my spoilers back in, clicking the flaps back up, doing a high speed, 30 knot turn right off the active runway, putting on the brakes. And yeah, there you have it. Everybody, welcome to Milan. So after landing items, just double checking that the spoilers have come up. Looking outside, just verify the spoilers have come up. Configure our lights for the taxi position. We will turn the strobes and fire on the APU. And we start our taxi. So thanks so much for joining me on that adventure. Sorry, I know it was a very weird recording format. I was going to give it a shot just to see how it went, because I know Johnny and I were debating back and forth whether just record the flight and commentate afterwards would work. We'll see. I haven't put this together for myself in a post. I'm pretty sure it's going to feel a little awkward. And if so, sorry about that. I will not do it again, maybe. But anyways, be sure to check out virtuallh.com for this flight in the CRJ, as well as many other flights. We have the full Lufthansa fleet. We've got all the routes for Lufthansa, Aerologic, Eurowings, Lufthansa Cargo, Swiss, Aero Dolomiti, Austrian, Brussels, and Edelweiss. So I hope you give that a look. Let us know if we're missing anything. We'd be glad to add and make sure that we do our best. Fly With Me video series. We're approaching video number 50. It's coming soon. It'll actually be, we looked at on a spreadsheet. It's first one in July. So be on the lookout for that. Johnny and I are trying to plan something special for that. Be sure to check out our tours page, see what tours are happening right now. At the time of this video, the Airbus tour should have ended or has been extended, one of the two. I'm recording this early in May because I have some business travel. So unfortunately I don't know at this particular second. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out our Discord, and be sure to check out Facebook and Instagram, where we try to post as many photos from our community as we can get up. So I'm just coming in right now. Like I said, we found Gary over here on the stand, so we'll do a nice little lineup. Hopefully. I believe I remember this being an okay lineup at the gate. Clicking more switches, we're just double checking where the power is right now. I have to put the APU on the bus. Gary's right there. What's up, brother? Faithful Gary, always following us around from airport to airport. Yes, I cheat with the numbers on, judge me. And this airplane, the second you take any power off, it just stops. So that's why we're drifting in really, really slow here. Power! No power! Stop. Power! You sure that's where I want to be? No. Oh, ooh, that was a nasty turn on the nose there. That's why you don't stop. Like, it's got to be a... Yeah. Gary's getting frustrated. He's like, would you frickin' come till I close my sticks? This is why the number's on, is that you always can't see where he is. He stands on a platform for a CRJ, for crying out loud. And there you have it. Cut the engines, he says. Parking brakes on. And we are APU on. APU comes on the bus. And we kill those guys on the gens from the main engines. Pop up the safety lever, shut her off. Pop up the safety lever, shut her off. And that is that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Milan. I'm going to let myself clean the airplane up, and we'll leave you on a nice outside shot. I was hoping Gary would dance there. He didn't. virtuallh.com. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. Happy flights. Cheers.